Winners. You have all competed admirably.
Admirably. ADMIRABLY. Admirably.
AT&T is making high-speed internet affordable for only $14.95 a month. No home phone required. AT&T. Rethink possible.
This month at Seminole Hard Rock, baby, you can drive our car. Introducing the Win a Mustang giveaway. Every Monday and Tuesday, we're giving away a brand new Mustang, guaranteed. To win these wheels, just swipe and play to earn entries. 5 lucky players will win keys each night. If your key opens the door, you win. Put the pedal to the heavy metal all month long at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Hollywood. Play hard.
Chicken Monster tickets just went on sale.
Dad, you have to get the tickets.
I'm trying. I'm waiting on this AT&T DSL.
Sounds like slow DSL.
Oh, no.
Sold out. You promised.
With Xfinity from Comcast, you get the fastest fast speeds. That's how I got these tickets. I got your back, girls.
Got your back.
Don't settle for less with AT&T. Go faster with Xfinity Internet for just $19.99 a month for 6 months.
I want to go.
You're too slow, Dad, just like your DSL.
CBS 4 News, South Florida's Smart Choice.
Tonight, the disaster in San Bruno. As the search continues for the missing, there are new questions about the safety of natural gas and one method of drilling for it. I'm Katie Couric. Also tonight, the battle over tax cuts. The House Republican leader suggests a deal with Democrats is possible, but his Senate counterpart says, no way. The Tea Party is looking to score another primary upset in the battle for Vice President Biden's old Senate seat.
I'm dying and I'm having fun.
And the professor's last lecture inspired millions. Now his widow is on a mission of her own.
From CBS News World Headquarters in New York, this is the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
Good evening, everyone. That gas explosion in San Bruno, California has drawn new attention to what some see as a hidden danger in this country, underground pipelines. There are nearly 306,000 miles of them in the United States, bringing gas to 58 million homes. When one of those pipelines ruptured last Thursday, 37 homes were wiped out and at least 4 people were killed. 4 others are still missing. Tonight, investigators are trying to zero in on a cause while those who lost everything are trying to put their lives back together. From San Bruno, here's John Blackstone.
A gas station surveillance video obtained by CBS News captures the moment of the explosion in San Bruno. The fire erupting from the earth turned the suburban neighborhood into an inferno as residents ran for their lives. Jacques Chirambero and his daughter Anne-Marie escaped by climbing their back fence.
While we were up on that fence, the heat from the flames was hitting us, and the fence was hot, so we got a little burnt. But overall, we're good. We got out. We're happy.
Residents who lost almost everything gathered with city officials today to talk about what went wrong and what will happen next. Survivors remember the heat, the noise, and the shaking as flames shot hundreds of feet into the air.
You can open that door and see that flame. That's the scary part about it, you know. I'm still traumatized by that flame.
One resident, Walter McCaffrey, shot this cell phone video from his balcony after warning his wife and children not to come home. Today, McCaffrey's balcony overlooks what's being called the zone of devastation. It's one of the last houses standing on the edge of a ruined neighborhood. The explosion ripped a 28-foot-long section of gas pipeline out of the earth, a 30-inch high-pressure transmission line that ran right under the neighborhood.
Did you have any idea that pipe went so close to your house?
No, I did not know.
Pacific Gas and Electric, the utility that operates the pipeline, has almost 6,500 miles of major transportation pipelines in California. The utility has been ordered by state regulators to inspect all of its gas pipelines in the state, making those in heavily populated areas a priority.
And Pacific Gas and Electric is setting up a $100 million fund to help those who lost their homes in the devastation zone recover and rebuild. Katie?
John Blackstone in San Bruno tonight. John, thank you. There's also growing concern over one way they drill for natural gas. It's something called fracking. Several companies want to expand the use of that method throughout much of the East so that natural gas can be separated from shale buried deep underground. But some experts say chemicals used in the process can poison drinking water. And as Armin Katayan reports, hundreds showed up at a federal hearing today in western New York to debate the issue.
Say it drilling now. The EPA hearings in Binghamton have become a battleground over fracking, a method of natural gas extraction that has high rewards for energy companies and local economies.
Drilling and fracking is safe.
And some say higher risks for communities. What's driving the drilling rush here and across the country are advances in hydraulic fracturing, or hydrofracking, a process whereby millions of gallons of water, sand, and chemicals are blasted deep underground, forcing cracks in the shale, freeing natural gas for collection. It is at the surface where problems have been reported, like blowouts and spills into groundwater, and as depicted in the HBO documentary Gasland, ignition at the kitchen sink.
Whoa, Jesus. There is no such thing as zero-impact drilling.
Binghamton, New York sits at the northern end of the Marcellus Shale, an energy-rich geological formation stretching from New York to Tennessee that's estimated to hold $2 trillion worth of gas. In Pennsylvania, more than 60 gas companies hold more than 4,500 permits to drill, almost half granted this year alone.
Have you found evidence of chemical contaminants in the water?
Spills at the surface or leaks at the surface have, in fact, contaminated people's drinking water.
The industry isn't required by law to disclose what potentially toxic chemicals are used in the drilling process. But just last week, the EPA asked 9 drilling companies for more information about exactly what's being pumped into the ground. Armin Katayan, CBS News, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
In Detroit today, a surprise maneuver by the man accused of trying to blow up a Northwest Airlines flight on Christmas Day. Appearing in federal court, Umar Farouk Abdul-Muttalib fired his lawyers and told the judge he wants to represent himself. He also asked for instructions on how to plead guilty to some of the charges. The judge said she will appoint new lawyers to help him prepare his defense and set a new court date for next month. Here in New York, the imam behind the proposed Islamic Cultural Center 2 blocks from Ground Zero stirred up even more controversy today. Speaking at the Council on Foreign Relations, Faisal Abdul Rauf said opponents of the center are wrong to call the area hallowed ground.
It is absolutely disingenuous, as many have said, that that block is hallowed ground. That, you know, with a strip joint around the corner, with bedding parlors, to claim that it's hallowed ground it's hallowed ground in one sense, but, you know, it doesn't add.
At the same time, the imam said he's committed to finding a resolution to the controversy over the center's location.
We are exploring all options as we speak right now. We are working through what will be a solution, God willing, that will resolve this crisis.
Opponents of the Islamic Center argue the planned location so close to Ground Zero is an insult to the memory of those killed by Islamic terrorists on 9/11. Now to the fight over extending the Bush tax cuts that are set to expire at the end of the year. The morning headlines were filled with talk of a possible compromise, but today Senate Republicans put an end to that, saying it's all or nothing. Everyone gets an extension or no one does. Here's our chief White House correspondent, Chip Reed.
In a middle-class neighborhood in Northern Virginia, the president came down strongly on the side of middle-income Americans.
They should definitely get an extension of the tax cuts that were instituted in 2001, 2003.
But he was just as adamant about not extending the Bush tax cuts for upper incomes.
To do it, we've got to borrow $700 billion over the course of 10 years. And we just can't afford it.
Under the president's plan, the Bush tax cuts would be extended permanently for couples making less than $250,000 a year and for individuals making less than $200,000. What does that mean for the middle class? Those earning between $50,000 and $75,000 would avoid a tax increase of more than $1,100 a year. Those between $75,000 and $100,000 would avoid an increase of more than $1,800. But the wealthy would get hit hard. The $315,000 million American households that make more than $1 million a year would see their tax bills rise on average by more than $100,000. House Republican leader John Boehner stunned members of both parties Sunday when he suggested on CBS's Face the Nation that he might have no choice but to support the president's plan.
If the only option I have is to vote for some of those tax reductions, I'll vote for them.
But Boehner and other top Republicans say they'll continue to fight for extending the tax cuts for upper-income earners. Why? Because many of them are small business owners, and hiking their taxes could have a devastating effect on jobs.
No recovery will take place if we impose new taxes on the people we need to create jobs.
And it's not just Republicans. Democratic Congressman Jerry Connolly represents the Virginia district where the president spoke.
Well, given the fragility of the economic recovery, I don't think raising taxes on any income group makes any sense right now. I think it will hurt consumer confidence.
Now, Connolly and about a dozen other Democrats are pushing for a compromise, extend the middle-class tax cuts permanently and extend the upper-income cuts for another year or two until the economy gets back on its feet. Katie?
And Chip, is there any chance this will come to a vote before the midterm elections?
Highly unlikely, Katie. There is just no appetite for compromise on Capitol Hill right now. It's almost surely going to have to wait for a lame duck session after Election Day.
All right, Chip Reed at the White House. Chip, thanks very much. In other news, poverty in America is up dramatically. New numbers from the government are not due out until Thursday, but the Associated Press has made some projections. It estimates that last year, 45 million Americans, 15% of the population, were living below the poverty line. That's up nearly 2 points from the year before, and the biggest jump since the government began keeping track more than 50 years ago. The current poverty line is just over $22,000 a year for a family of 4. Ben Tracy has more.
And we got some rice.
Maria Chavez spent her Monday morning trying to find her family's dinner at the local food pantry.
It's very sad. I cry sometimes because I don't want to come to here to get food.
She's now unemployed, but a year and a half ago she was cleaning houses and providing daycare. Her husband was in construction, and they had no problem feeding and clothing their kids.
I was in the middle. I feel great because I said, oh my God, I have money. I can pay my bills. I can buy my food.
But thanks to the recession and slow recovery, the Chavezes and a growing number of American families are now slipping into poverty. In census figures due out this week, the poverty rate is expected to jump from 13.2% to almost 15%. That means 1 in 7 Americans is now officially poor. Cities with the biggest gains in poverty include Detroit, Fort Myers, Florida, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and Modesto, California, all hit hard by job loss and plummeting home values. With the unemployment rate lingering at 9.6%, experts say it could be hard for the newly poor to climb back to the middle class.
What is the road ahead like for them? It would be very difficult because the jobs that they once had that paid middle-income wages are likely to disappear. It's going to take a long, hard road for those jobs to come back.
Which leaves Maria wondering how long her reversal of fortune will last. Ben Tracy, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And still ahead here on the CBS Evening News, millions were moved by his last lecture on the web. Now his widow is keeping his legacy alive. But up next, a cliffhanger in a key Senate primary. Why Republicans fear a Tea Party victory.
Mom, new shoes? Old legs. PAD, the doctor said.
PAD. PAD isn't just poor circulation in your legs causing you pain. It more than doubles your risk of a heart attack or stroke.
I was gonna tell you.
If you have PAD, Plavix can help protect you from a heart attack or stroke. Plavix helps keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots, the cause of most heart attacks and strokes. Call the doctor about Plavix, please.
I will.
Certain genetic factors and some medicines such as Prilosec reduce the effect of Plavix, leaving you at greater risk for heart attack and stroke. Your doctor may use genetic tests to determine treatment. Don't stop taking Plavix without talking to your doctor, as your risk of heart attack or stroke may increase. People with stomach ulcers or conditions that cause bleeding should not use Plavix. Taking Plavix alone or with some other medicines, including aspirin, may increase bleeding risk. So tell your doctor when planning surgery. Tell your doctor all medicines you take, including aspirin, especially if you've had a stroke. If fever, unexplained weakness, or confusion develops, tell your doctor promptly. These may be signs of TTP, a rare but potentially life-threatening condition, reported sometimes less than 2 weeks after starting Plavix. Other rare but serious side effects may occur.
Talk to your doctor about Plavix.
An everyday moment can turn romantic anytime. And when it does, men with erectile dysfunction can be more confident in their ability to be ready with Cialis for daily use. Cialis for daily use is a clinically proven low-dose tablet you take every day, so you can be ready anytime the moment's right.
Tell your doctor about your medical condition and all medications, and ask if you're healthy enough for sexual activity.
Don't take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure.
Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, stop taking Cialis and call your doctor right away.
Ask your doctor if Cialis for daily use is right for you. For a 30-tablet free trial offer, go to Cialis.com.
Are you paying for a body wash that's 85% water? With Olay, challenge that. Olay Body Wash has 2 times the combined cleansers and moisturizers and 25% less water than the top-selling body wash. Soft, smooth skin with Olay.
The battle for control of Congress is down to the final 50 days, and tomorrow the final major primaries are being held in 7 states, including Delaware, where Republicans are hoping to win back the seat once held by Vice President Biden. But they fear that won't happen if the Tea Party candidate wins tomorrow's GOP primary. And congressional correspondent Nancy Cordes tells us the race is neck and neck.
God bless you, Teresa. Thank you very much.
Republican Christine O'Donnell is basking in her sudden prominence. Until just 2 weeks ago, O'Donnell was a long shot, a former marketing consultant, now working odd jobs, up against popular 9-term Congressman Mike Castle. But then the Tea Party Express came to town, pledging $250,000 to O'Donnell.
Do I think it's Miller time in Delaware? Absolutely.
That's Miller, as in Joe Miller, who came from nowhere to beat Senator Lisa Murkowski in Alaska's primary after the Tea Party Express gave him $550,000.
We have these cases where the movement is able to pull money together quickly, and that really lends an air of authority and viability to candidates that might not otherwise have risen to the top.
This time, though, the Republican establishment was ready, pumping money and resources into Congressman Mike Castle's campaign and coming down hard on O'Donnell.
She didn't pay thousands in income taxes.
But with a late endorsement from Sarah Palin, O'Donnell is surging, despite being caught fudging about her finances and educational background. Many voters in this moderate state know her best for her anti-porn, pro-chastity views. I know many sexual virgins who are not sexually pure, O'Donnell wrote in 1998.
The bottom line is that I am the only Republican who has a chance of winning in the general election.
But the Tea Party Express suddenly has deep pockets to help outsider candidates. It's a political action committee, or PAC, that was only created this election cycle, but has already raised and spent $5 million.
Where's the bulk of the money coming from?
Interestingly, it's coming from individuals who appear to be unaffiliated and low profile politically.
A win in Delaware for O'Donnell would be the biggest feather in the Tea Party's cap yet after Senate primary victories in Utah, Kentucky, and Alaska. Nancy Cordes, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Jeff Greenfield is our senior political correspondent. Jeff, we've seen Tea Party picks upset establishment GOP candidates in several states already. So why is the Tea Party upset in Delaware so significant?
I think first it's would be their biggest scalp. Mike Castle represents all of Delaware. He was the former governor. He's won statewide 10 times. For him to lose to somebody who's never won an election would really be a signal of the Tea Party strength. More important, there is no scenario for the Republicans to win the Senate outright without capturing this Democratic seat. And by all accounts, Mike Castle, if he won, would be a heavy favorite to win in November. Christine O'Donnell, if she won, would be a heavy underdog.
There's also another Republican primary in New Hampshire. Hampshire tomorrow, and I understand a similar scenario may be playing out there.
It's less dramatic, but it's the same idea. Again, if the Republicans want to hold the Senate or take the Senate, they have to hold the Senate seats they now control, as they have in New Hampshire. Kelly Ayotte, the Attorney General, is marginally favored to win. Her Tea Party opponent, Ovid LaMontagne, is considered a relative underdog. So it's the same kind of situation. The problem is that intensity matters a whole lot in primaries. Intensity is all on the side of the Tea Partiers, and what the regulars fear is if the Tea Party candidates win, Republican control of the Senate is less likely.
All right. Jeff Greenfield, thanks for your perspective tonight, and we'll be right back.
COPD makes it hard for me to breathe, but with Advair, I'm breathing better. So now I can join the fun and games with my grandchildren.
Great news. For people with COPD, including chronic bronchitis, emphysema, or both, Advair helps significantly improve lung function. While nothing can reverse COPD, Advair is different from most other COPD medications because it contains both an anti-inflammatory and a long-acting bronchodilator working together to help you breathe better. Advair won't replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be used more than twice a day. People with COPD taking Advair may have a higher chance of pneumonia. Advair may increase your risk of osteoporosis and some eye problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking Advair.
I had fun today, Grandpa.
You and me both. If COPD is still making it hard to breathe, ask your doctor if including Advair will help improve your lung function for better breathing.
Get your first full prescription free and save on refills.
No oil has flowed into the Gulf for weeks, but it's just the beginning of our work. I'm Iris Cross. BP has taken full responsibility for the cleanup in the Gulf, and that includes keeping you informed. My job is to listen to the shrimpers and fishermen, hotel and restaurant workers, and find ways to help. That means working with communities. We have 19 centers in 4 states. We've made over 120,000 claims payments, more than $375 million. We've committed $20 billion to an independent claims fund to cover lost income until people impacted can get back to work. We'll keep looking for oil, cleaning it up if we find it, and restoring the Gulf Coast. I was born in New Orleans. My family still lives here. BP is going to be here until the oil is gone and the people and businesses are back to normal, until we make this right.
Is turning into a monster in the Atlantic. It's now a Category 4 hurricane about 800 miles east of the northern Leeward Islands and heading west with winds up to 150 miles an hour. Take a look at this stunning view from the International Space Station. Igor is expected to remain a powerful storm through Wednesday, but forecasts show it should stay well south of Bermuda for at least the next 5 days. One of the most familiar character actors on television has died. You may know Harold Gould as Miles Weber, Rose's boyfriend on The Golden Girls, or Rhoda's father on The Mary Tyler Moore Show. But bet you didn't know he played Richie Cunningham's father in the pilot for Happy Days. Harold Gould was 86. And actor Kevin McCarthy died over the weekend. He's best remembered for a 1956 film that kept a lot of kids from sleeping at night, Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Can't you see, everyone? Hero ready! You're next!
Body Snatchers bombed at the box office but became a cult classic and ranks number 9 on the American Film Institute's list of the top sci-fi movies of all time. Kevin McCarthy was 96. And coming up next, the teacher whose legacy lives on long after his last lecture.
Why are U.S. schools falling behind the rest of the world? And how can we help the next generation succeed? Reading, Writing, Reform, tomorrow on the CBS Evening News.
When I went on Medicare, I did the numbers. That was the moment of truth.
Medicare by itself doesn't cover everything. I don't want to spend my life worrying about what would happen if one of us got sick.
Now more than ever, you may be wondering, do I have the right Medicare coverage? Talk to the health plan experts at Secure Horizons to get the answers you need.
Life's too short to worry about health care. I hate to worry.
In these changing times, the name on your Medicare health plan may be more important than ever. Choose a company you can depend on. Call now.
How new is the new Edge with My Ford Touch? Well, you could never do this before.
Hello.
Or this. Or this. You definitely couldn't do this.
Play Kate's Mix.
Or this.
Temperature 72 degrees.
Say hello to the new Edge with My Ford Touch. Quite possibly the world's smartest crossover.
Hey, what's going on?
Doing the shipping.
Man, it would be a lot easier if we didn't have to weigh them all.
If those boxes are under 70 pounds, you don't have to weigh them. With these priority mail flat rate boxes from the Postal Service, if it fits, it ships anywhere in the country for a low flat rate.
No way.
Nope. No way? Yeah. No way. Sure. No way? No way. Yes way. No way.
Priority mail flat rate box shipping starts at $4.95, only from the Postal Service. A simpler way to ship.
This is Stephen, a busy man. His day starts with his arthritis pain. That's breakfast with 2 pills. The morning is over, it's time for 2 more pills. The day marches on, back to more pills. And when he's finally home, but hang on, just 2 Aleve can keep arthritis pain away all day with fewer pills than Tylenol. This is Stephen, who chose Aleve and 2 pills for a day free of pain. And get the all-day pain relief of Aleve and liquid gels.
Sometimes our digestive system can get a little unfriendly, so make friends with Philips Colon Health Probiotics. No other probiotic contains 3 strains of good bacteria to help balance your digestive system, support nutrient absorption and immune health, and help to defend against occasional constipation and diarrhea naturally. Philips also offers Probiotic Plus Fiber to help nourish that friendly bacteria. When it comes to our colon health, we all need friends.
Save up to $5. Visit phillipscolon.com for your coupon today.
Grounding your kid in the digital age. Does taking away texting, social networking, or video games really get results? Expert advice tomorrow on The Early Show on CBS.
We end tonight with a follow-up to a story we first brought you 3 years ago about a college professor whose most enduring lesson was how to live and how to die. Now, as Mark Strassman reports, the professor has inspired his widow to take up a cause of her own.
It's wonderful to be here.
Randy Pausch's last lecture was an internet sensation, seen by more than 12 million people.
I'm dying and I'm having fun.
A Carnegie Mellon professor so alive for a man dying of pancreatic cancer.
If you look at my CAT scans, there are approximately 10 tumors in my liver, and the doctors told me 3 to 6 months of good health left.
But Pausch was celebrating, sharing lessons from a life well lived.
You just have to decide if you're a Tigger or you're an Eeyore. I think I'm clear where I stand on the great Tigger-Eeyore debate. Never lose the childlike wonder. It's just too important.
To the end, Pausch kept his sense of wonder. But 10 months after this lecture, he lost his fight with cancer. He was only 47.
Hold on, Logan! Hold on!
In Chesapeake, Virginia, you'll find his greatest legacy. His widow, Jay Pausch, and their 3 young kids.
Over and over again, revisit those questions of, is Daddy coming back? Why did Daddy die?
Do you play the lecture for them?
No, they're too young.
But she watched it over and over after he died. She needed to hear his voice, see him alive again, and have him inspire her to keep going, as he has inspired millions.
It's easy to say, hey, you know, you got to be a Tigger. Hey, you got to appreciate every day little moments of happiness. That's easy to say, but when you actually try to practice that, that's tough. I had depended on Randy and looked at Randy as kind of like the magic man in our lives. What I've learned is that magic really is within me too.
Your husband is my hero.
Jay found her new mission, reaching out to survivors of pancreatic cancer, helping raise almost $3 million. Of all major cancers, pancreatic cancer has the lowest survival rate. 75% of patients die within the first year. Randy Pausch lived 23 months.
He had Father's Day with us.
think he'd make it a Father's Day. You can't put a price on that.
Or on the value of Randy's legacy.
We help to shape our own circumstances. We help to shape our own destiny. So I think that's a great message.
A message that lives on. Ask any Tigger. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Chesapeake, Virginia.
And that is the CBS Evening News for tonight. I'm Katie Couric in New York. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Good night.
CBS News, nominated for 31 Emmys, more than any other news network. Excellence in broadcast journalism. CBS News is very good news. On television, online, and on the go. CBS News, the most powerful reporting anywhere.